Students, we are in the process of gluing up the 6 panels for the mini cedar chest. I got my 2 side panels there. I'll have to plane them tomorrow. I've got the top done and cut to size. Over here I've got my back and bottom I need to square with the 4-step process. And I've got my front panel here. It's been glued up. As you can see, it's not smooth yet, so we're going to plane it, surface sand it, and then we'll cut the panels to size that are ready. So let's see how we do here. I've measured the thickness. I've set my machine up. Should be good to go. Remember, we want to leave it as thick as possible. That's good on that side. Let's go a half a turn. Clockwise is tight and right. Rough side up. Another half a turn. Let's go a full turn. Got a little more. Rough side up, right? All right, that did it. Let's turn this noisy machine off. We'll go over to our sander. Got to measure our thickness, right? And I've got 825. About 825, and it looks accurate. We'll set this up at 825. Right there is 875. So I want to go a little tighter, and we'll try it. Trying not to go before more than 50 amps. All right, so we can go tighter than that. I'll take a full turn. See all the mill marks in here still? That's better. Hitting it a little harder this time. That took off quite a bit. Rough side up. Do you see the difference? See all those mill marks? And it's taking them out. Going 3/4 of a turn, rough side up. Did you notice I'm using a different spot on the sanding belt? So we use the whole belt. That way we don't wear one side out and still have the other side brand new. It should wear evenly. All right, guys, I think we got it. I'm gonna go one more time on this side. And we'll call it good. Still staying under 50 amps, so we're good there. 50 is max. It's awful hard on the machine if you go over that. It'll do it, but it's hard on the machine. All right, we can turn that off. And we'll go do our 4-step process. So this is the front panel. Let's find out what the plan says for size. You see it? Front panel. It is 11 or 8 and 11/16 by 14 3/4. That's finished size. Right now it's still rough size. All right, we are ready to take these 3 panels, the front, the back, and the bottom, to finish size. 4-step process. Do you remember what it is? we join an edge, right? Step one, join an edge. Don't need the push sticks because our parts are taller than the fence. Turn it on, keep it tight to the fence, fingers above the guard. And I did my best edge. See this defect? I want to get rid of most of it. Okay, so that's my straight edge. I mark it. That goes against the fence on step 2, 3, and 4. Evaluate this panel. Okay, I'm going to joint this edge. It's nice and straight. Next one. Got a big defect here, don't we? So we want to joint this edge, and then when we do step 2, we'll cut most of that off. I'm going to hit that again. See the roughness? All right, that looks pretty straight. That's my bottom, so that knot's not a big deal on the bottom. We'll never see it. Okay, that's step 1. I'm gonna mark it on the side that I marked everything else. All right, so for the bottom, I need it 13 by 20. So let's move it to 13. Remember, we can double check by measuring from the fence to the blade. It's perfect. Guard down, groove is showing, we use our hands. Straightest edge, jointed edge against the fence. Got to keep it tight to the fence so we don't change our measurement. It'll no longer be 13 if I come away from the fence. Here we go. Nice and tight. Push it till it drops. We take care of our scrap. Goes in the scrap box. Next one, the back has to be 12 inches. Let's go 12. Boy, this scale is weird. Hard to see 12. You see that? There's no 12 there. Let's double check it. Measure twice, cut once. Need to be just a little bit bigger. That looks like it. All right, here we go. Let's check our thickness. Yeah, that's about a 1/4 inch. Step 2. And our last one, our front panel, it's 8 11/16, just a 1/16 less than 8 3/4, right? So there's 8/16 is a 1/2 inch. We're a 1/16 less than 8 3/4 or 12/16. Double check. Looks good. Might be just a hair tight. That'll work. All right, for our front panel, jointed edge against the fence. Here we go, step 2. All right, so we've got all 3 panels, 2 steps. We are ready for step 3 and 4 of each panel. Going over to our radio arm saw. Step number 3, right, is squaring an end. Remember, that jointed edge is critical on all steps. We're gonna cut this thing down to 14 3/4, and we've got at least an extra inch, so that's a good thing. All right, jointed edge, and I'm evaluating I've got a little knot here, so maybe I'll cut that one off first. Okay, here we go. Finger 6 inches, nice and slow, just far enough to make the cut. And back slow. We flip it over, step number 4, we make our mark at 14 3/4. Okay, right there, we try to leave the line. I like to bring the blade up and double check myself, trying to leave the line. Step number 4 for our front panel. That one is square and to size. Take care of our scrap, keep our table clean. Next one, evaluate first. No defects on the ends, got a little bit right there. So I am going to jointed edge against the fence. I'm gonna cut this off, okay? This is my back. Step number 3, squaring an end. Nice and slow. And I flip it, I need 18 inches.